Kareem is cooking up some fresh content. Oh.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You see what we have on the grill. We got some good content for the people.
Oh my God.
That smells fire, bro. It smells fire. What seasoning you use?
Man, season 4? Question mark.
Season 4? Oh my God, y'all. Clowns.
All right, but yeah, welcome to the barbecue, everybody. This is episode 2, season 4. Yeah, so we're gonna get started today. Today is Sunday. It's Sunday, and so
the Lord's Day.
It's the Lord's Day, and the Lord says, the Lord says. This is a loose translation from one of the chapters, one of the verses. The Lord says, listen to music all the time. So, we take that very seriously here. So listen to music all the time. And thinking of some songs that dropped recently, albums that dropped recently, I'm thinking about, my boy Bryson Tiller finally dropped something else. What do you guys think about when you think of music that just dropped?
Kareem, you go first.
Well, what do I think about the Bryson Tiller track, or just in general?
What songs what's dropped recently that you heard about?
Man, there's this fire album, mixtape, whatever you want to call it out right now by the homie Big Sean from Detroit. It's actually called 2, I believe.
Detroit 2.
Detroit 2. Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. And, he just dropped it. And guess what, guys? It's already at number 1. So it's fire. I still got to get a good listen into it, but we all know what it's we know it's from Big Sean, so it's going to be fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. My queen, I don't even know how to describe her. The queen that is not of this earth. My guardian angel of music. The woman who changed my life forever. SZA is back, baby. She released a song which hopefully will turn into either an album or an EP, but it's hit different, and it's basically 2 different songs, but they flow so effortlessly into each other. You just know, and you are well reminded that she's the queen, period.
This is very true. So circling back to Bryson Tiller's song. So have you guys heard it? Inhale?
Yeah.
I have not. Bryson Tiller. That's a different one.
You got her.
Anyway, so yeah, the song the intro's long. I don't know if he's an artist that has long intros to his songs. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but I know there are probably some artists that just, 45 seconds of the beat, and they're like, oh, wait, yeah, I'm recording right now, they just hop on whenever. But, Bryson, he did that for this song. I'm not mad at him because the instrumental is, it's fire, whatever. But I will say there was one part of the song where it kind of slowed down, and it was cool, whatever, but overall, it was an okay single. I'll say that. The one he dropped, I want to say, I think it's been almost a year. I like that one a lot better. Let me look at the title of it.
The TikTok one? Don't?
No. That
was a single, right? Am I wrong?
It was a single, but it was off of, Blame. The song's called Blame. Yeah, the song's called Blame. It's short, but it's beautiful. I love that song so much. So I was kind of expecting, something along those lines. And then also he's been getting a lot of, heat on Twitter about not dropping music. Him and SZA actually, and it's so crazy they dropped on the same day. Finally dropped some singles. There's actually, I don't know if you guys have seen the meme of that girl, and she's on the TikTok green screen, and she was like, what did she say? Bryson Tiller, SZA. That's crazy. She's going through this whole conspiracy theory about how they haven't dropped music. Then, you know, Brad Pitt and Ben Stiller somehow have something to do with it.
That
Okay.
You know, it's like,
That's some Illuminati shit.
yeah, no. And then Bryson was like, oh, like he caught us, like
video.
jig is up, ah.
Uh,
But for real, I'd give this song about 7 out of 10. So it was good. I wasn't super impressed based off of the last single he dropped, but I am happy because I'm assuming that this means an album is coming. I don't know how soon, because I think there was a big gap between the single Blame and this one Inhale that he just dropped. And he's been tweeting a lot like, oh, I have all these unreleased music, you know, all these unreleased songs, whatever. And it's like, cool, like, drop them, bro. Like, do you want to get paid?
I don't know why artists like brag about that. That's not something to brag about. Like,
Right.
I mean, listen, here's my thing, is that if you make music and you keep it to yourself, I'm not going to be able to tell you whether it's like good or not. Like, I like to, it's like y'all know what like Schrodinger's box is, where it's like, there's like a cat in a box and the cat is both like dead and alive because you can't open the box and see if the cat's alive or dead. So it's both at the same time. That music is both good and awful until you release it. So it's like,
That's very
what's the
true.
point of hoarding it and being like, oh, this is so good? Because we don't know, you know? That was kind
I have so much unreleased music, dude. It's so much unreleased music. Like, you don't even know. Like,
cool. Like, I don't care. Like, let me know so I can tell you whether it's good or not. But, I mean, I feel like when it comes to certain artists, like if they wait a while, they can drop new music and it's like, it's either good or bad. Like it's a 50-50 thing. Like I think of Lil Wayne, because he waited a while and then he dropped that whole album and nobody listened to it.
But the Funeral or Lil Wayne, yeah.
And it wasn't like not good, but it wasn't not bad.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I tried listening to it.
No, that's not a hit, bro. But at the same time, like Frank Ocean will take like 20 years, and
Man,
every time you listen to his music, it's like a religious experience.
anything he drops is gold. Anything he touches,
Yeah.
gold. I don't care.
I think the difference is, though, Frank Ocean, like, we won't even know he's working on music.
Yeah.
Like, he literally moves in silence. Like, the definition of move in silence is Frank Ocean or Beyonce, one of the two.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he dropped a whole album, huh? But Bryson Tiller is like, oh, like, I have stuff coming. Like, you guys are gonna, it's coming. It's gonna be here really, like, it's coming, guys.
My thing is that Beyonce, I feel like when artists move in silence, like Beyonce and Frank Ocean are like the polar opposites of each other, where Beyonce's got all this PR about it and she waits until it drops and then the PR comes, whereas like the PR would usually come before. But Frank Ocean has like nothing. He's like just his art, and that's like, that terrifies me, and also is like so impressive because he also doesn't do interviews about his music, so you don't know like shit about his creative process, which is crazy.
It pays money off of the streams though, because he was probably just sitting there going up while he doesn't have to do much. He's just getting paid.
The dream. Truly.
I don't think I've ever seen an ad for like a Frank Ocean album.
No.
Maybe
like I've seen. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe around the time when like it dropped, maybe, but like nah.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how many times I've seen ads for the Tap In remix with DaBaby, Jack Harlow, and Post Malone. I'm like, this song came out like a month ago, like, and it's cool, but like, y'all paid a lot to get this on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like why is this? Why did y'all pay so much just to remake a song that's already out? But I feel like the PR for Frank Ocean's music is just people being like, oh my god, Frank Ocean dropped this song.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, what? And we run to go listen to it collectively. And it's like, it doesn't matter if you like it or if you don't like it. It's just like the awe of him actually making music again just brings you to his music. And then later you decide, but he's already rich. You know, by the time you formed your opinion, he's already got his checks.
True.
So yeah. Um, yeah. Do we want to talk about Big Sean's album? I know that you haven't really gotten a good listen to it, but what is your like first impression, Kareem?
Well, all I gotta say is I'm pretty excited, only because Big Sean is actually one of my favorite artists. Um, it's like he every now and then he'll like probably give me the feeling like maybe I don't really like him like that. But there was actually one day this year actually when I took a visit to Chicago with Sydney, and she started like playing these Big Sean songs. I'm like, I didn't really listen to his the way he spits. It's like he articulates well. Is just everything is great. So I was actually pretty anticipated this next project, and yeah, he actually delivered as of what I've been hearing. Can't wait to actually give it a good listen. But I believe it's called Detroit 2 because he had Detroit 1 back in 2012. So it's been a minute since he released anything off of the Detroit series, but I've heard he also had a lot of good features. There's this one song that's on there that's like a cipher with a lot of Detroit rappers and artists. Not really too familiar with a lot of Detroit artists myself, but I heard it was great for the homes. So
Right for the homies.
that's that's pretty much it, though. Yeah,
Mm.
and it's sitting at number one currently. So good job. Good job.
Good job, Big Sean.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think. But
So I know he's watching right now. So good job. Good
Mhm.
job. Big.
What were you gonna say, Sid?
um, oh, okay. So about that album, I think I only have I haven't gotten a good listen myself. I literally only listen to the songs that have Janae Aiko on them because 2088. I could write a whole dissertation on their impact on R&B because first of all, I truly believe that they they started like this. I don't know if visual albums were a thing before in past generations, but I'm pretty sure they had the first one of the first visual albums. Like they kind of like started that when their album dropped, because I think theirs came out and then Beyonce's Lemonade came out.
Mm.
So yeah, and their vision, it was just everything about it, like their minds, like what? Like the theme it was like a futuristic theme and had robots in it and stuff. That's besides the point. But it was good. That album that they dropped before, no skips. Only 8 songs, no skips at all. Like
The 2088.
yeah,
You see the visual.
that
Cool.
the vision. Yes, no, they snap and they keep saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna make music and we're gonna make another album again. Where's the album? I was in high school when the first one dropped, and I'm out of college, so I'm just curious. But yeah, no, but both songs that they had on there together, amazing. They have been on repeat. Body Language and Timing,
Amazing.
amazing.
Oh, goodness me. Anything else on Big Sean before we go to SZA and how she changed my life in quarantine?
Take it away, Rich. Take it away.
Oh my God. Did you guys see the music video for this?
She directed it. Yes, no, she's fire.
Crazy. I love it so much. And her outfits, her dancers, like just, I didn't know that a junkyard could be so like so chic, you know? I'm just kidding. But damn, dude. And I haven't even gotten into like my literary analysis of the music video. I haven't even watched it again to even start like making connections like that. But just she's beautiful. Um I keep thinking of all this like stills that are going around Twitter from that music video, and the song itself, just like one of those songs that just was like pulled from my mind, and I was like, I relate to this song so dearly, because it's just like it's about like two people who are separated right now, and you know, with everybody in quarantine, apart from people that are literally like married or like pseudo married that live together, like everybody's like, oh, I wish I could my bae or my crush. I don't necessarily feel that way, but my love language is physical touch, so you know, I'm
And that was a hard time for you.
yeah, it's been a really hard time. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. It was just so good, and I like the fact that I love it when songs are like, I love songs that are like multiple songs in one. I'm not really sure how that trend started, but somebody should do like a thesis on that.
Definitely Sicko Mode, Travis Scott. He started that whole thing.
Well, I don't know about that because Good Kid, Mad City is
True.
2 songs in one. So I see your point, but I raise you. What is it? Good Kid, Mad
One
City.
Kendrick.
Yeah, one Kendrick Lamar. But speaking of Travis Scott, I guess we'll take that as a segue into our next set of topics. And I'll just
The topics.
yeah, the pop. We're bringing you the pop culture now, but at some point I'll have like a cute animation that's like pop. Right now, just get to the pop culture, but so I'll start with my topic since we just mentioned Travis Scott, but so McDonald's is giving out sicko meals instead of Happy Meals now, so.
Are they really called Sicko Meals?
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
I think Twitter, it's called like a Cactus Jack or something.
Okay.
Cactus Jack meal. I don't know. But I haven't tried it yet. My plan was to go try it at some point this next week. So I guess I'll film it and let you know how it is. But oh my god, y'all, the memes. The memes
Yeah,
go
no.
crazy.
Apparently, you're supposed to go to McDonald's and say like Cactus Jack sent me or something like that. But I don't think like that like McDonald's employees know that. Cause yeah, the one I was telling you guys about earlier, he did that, and they were like, "Huh?"
Well, explain what you were saying earlier.
Oh, so this dude went up to. If you could put the video in here, that'd be cool. But this dude went up to the window, and he was like, Cactus Jack sent me. And they're like, he was like, oh, Cactus Jack sent me. And they still didn't get it. She said, oh, I want a Travis Scott meal. And she was like, oh, okay, what do you want to drink? And the meal literally comes like with a Sprite. And he was like, oh, like Sprite, of course. Like, why would you even ask me that? Like,
just got over here as quick as I could. Cactus Jack sent me. Could at least put like Astroworld on a mask or something. Could I get the Travis Scott meal, please? Oh, I'm so excited. Getting goosebumps just thinking about it. You here for the Travis Scott burger? I mean, I already have butterflies in my stomach.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the butterfly effect he talks about, you know?
just a lot of things not catching on. People driving up to the window, blasting Sicko Mode. Like, that's his only song. Which is definitely not as like, at least blast Mamacita, like.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Even Butterfly Effect. Not that good, but it's better than Sicko Mode.
Sicko Mode.
Less played. Has anybody seen any interesting memes besides the young mantis or whatever?
I saw someone like they ripped off the Cactus Jack. Oh, hold on, I'm so sorry. I just hooked my phone up. Just, oh God. Okay, they like these kids ran up to the McDonald's window and just ripped off the sign because it had Travis Scott stuff on it. It's like, you can't just take a sign. Like, they just took it and ran away and got in their car and drove off. I'm like, bro, someone took the time to put that up. You're just gonna take it?
Right.
I know we're Gen Z technically too, but Gen Z can scare me. Like kids under
Low-key.
13 scare me. And my sister's 13 and she kind of scares me sometimes.
Low key. They make me feel so old. Like,
Yeah, you have
I
like
thought I was young up until like a week ago. And then I realized I'm not anymore.
yeah, like just watching kids like steal shit or like do shit that they could get hurt, like it just makes my knees hurt now. Or like lower back. Like I'm just like I don't think I could get my leg that high. Like I don't know. But um but yeah. In other pop culture news, who wants to go next?
Green.
Well, 6ix9ine.
Update.
Last time we spoke about 6ix9ine barbecues, we knew that he was on a whole trolling rampage, troll tour, if you would like to call it. He was just going at,
World Tour.
yeah, like a trolling. Yeah, they got it. But yeah.
I'm gonna put it a laugh track because I was weak. So it's
But-
funny.
Last time we spoke about it, you know, he was doing that, going to people's cities and trolling them. This time, you know, we all knew that the reason he was doing all of that was because he had a project coming out. Even right before the project could even come out, he was claiming the people that he was trolling that even if they were to drop music, he would sell way more the first week. And well, he dropped Trolls, the project, and the first week's album sales were below 90K. He flopped super hard. Right now, he's on social media trying to like cry and like hand out like CDs. He's like calling out billboards saying they don't know how to track things and this and that. And it's just like wow. He's going out pretty sad right now. So it's sad, but hey. Hate to see
That's karma.
Yeah, don't be a piece of shit and maybe your music will sell.
That's karma. It's tough. But yeah.
Jesus. You know, I saw he accused Spotify of not putting any of his music in the new music playlist, and it was like very clearly there. And Spotify was like they circled it, or someone circled it. It was like it's right here. Like,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I live to watch that guy flop. I live for it. Ugh, gross.
Jesus, you said less than 90K.
Less than 90K, I believe.
I want to know who bought, like, what type of person buys a Tekashi 6ix9ine album. Like, I can't even, like, a Tekashi 6ix9ine fan, like, starter pack. I can't even, like, describe, like, what they look like, what they wear, they probably drink Mountain Dew or something like that. But
Mountain Dew.
Like
What?
the Cool Ranch Doritos.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
Not like Cool Ranch Doritos, like Cool Ranch Fritos.
Oh, that's definitely worse.
They're the
Cool
person.
Ranch Fritos.
Yeah, or like the weird like honey mustard Lays or whatever. Like the spicy Lays. But yeah, fuck that guy. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, speaking of other tragic deaths. Didn't use that one. Let me say it again. Speaking of other tragic deaths.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait.
The Kardashians.
Yes, so unfortunately, let me look up how many seasons they've had, because the show's been on forever. Forever, it feels like. How many seasons? The first episode date was in 2007. 2007. I was young. I don't even know what grade I was. I'm not even going to try to guess what grade I was in. They've had 18 seasons, 256 episodes, plus 5 specials. First of all, like a Christmas special of a reality TV show sounds weird. Like, I can't even, like, that sounds so unnatural. Like, I don't know what kind of specials they've had, but that's a lot of episodes. They've had cameras around them for over 10 years.
Mm.
That's a long time to just basically, like, I know the can't, like, obviously, like, we don't know every single detail about their life.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people have certain things that they just don't tell the public.
Yeah.
But people, like, I feel like we know enough. Like, we know a lot of things about them. And I don't even watch the show like that. And I feel like I know more about them than I should. Like, they're regular people. I mean, now they've, you know, they've been able to use their platform to some degree to, you know, help people. But initially, like, it's like, why are you famous? Like, what did you do?
But yeah, no. So I was just thinking, like, why they would stop the show, like, right now out of all the time. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. But I really wonder, like, how much, if at all, it had to do with, like, Kanye, because he's getting a lot of bad press, and the Kardashians are, like, they hold very few things in, like, very high regard as their reputation.
Very true.
So I wonder, like, how much or how little Kanye has had an effect on that, because I know that him and Chris are, like, have, like, a weird love-hate relationship.
That's
But yeah,
True. I mean,
like you were saying before, Sid, like the kids too.
oh, yeah, no. My math was way off a second ago. I said 23 years. 13 years. Is that my math correct on that one? 13 years? Okay. Yes, 13 years. That's a long time. Like, are you laughing at me?
wow, that was actually, I don't know how I didn't catch that.
Yeah, Loki. But no.
You can edit that out. Edit that out. Okay. All right. So, yes, 13 years around cameras. That means that some of their kids have, you know, I think actually, like, they were in the room, I think when one of Courtney's kids was born or something like that. The cameraman, like, the kid was literally, like, he she gave birth to him in front of the cameraman. Like,
Wow.
Didn't I say this last episode too, where that Facebook post where it's like, James, get Dina Coochie off Facebook?
no, like, these kids have literally, like, grown up and the camera's right in their face. Like, they're gonna wake up and they probably just sit down and have, like, a whole conversation, be like, yeah, the cameraman's not coming back anymore. They're like, well, why? Like, he's been here all this time. Like, the cameraman's probably a mentor for some of these kids. Like,
Yeah. He knows all my good sides.
no, literally. Like,
That's right.
Oh my god. Yeah, like, I'm trying to think how many of the kids are, like, still really young. I'm pretty sure, like, most of them are still really young. So, I think the only one that really has, like, grown kids is Courtney.
yeah, and I think her oldest son was, like, I think I remember seeing an episode, he was, like, you know, being born. He came out her womb. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. But no, like, that just shows that, like, these people, like, they're I just want to, like, really get into the Kardashians, but I don't know how important that is to this episode. But at the same time, it's like their, like, best and worst has been just, like, all on camera. Like, I'm thinking about that, like, most recent fight that Kim and Courtney had that caused Courtney to, like, quit the show, where Kim, like, straight up, like, almost punched her. Like, do you remember this? Okay, I'll, like, edit in a clip of it or something. But yeah, like, and I only know this because friend of ours and friend of the barbecue, Juliana, like, when she came to my house for spring break, she made me watch some of the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and I just remember one episode where Courtney, like, I don't remember what happened. I think it was something like Courtney called her selfish or something. Courtney called Kim selfish, and so they, like, full on were like Courtney, I think Kim went to push Courtney playfully, and Kim straight up was like, "Don't play with me, like I'll fuck you up," because Courtney got all defensive, and so they're like, "Oh, you'll fuck me up, like I'll fuck you up," and then they start touching each other and like pulling their hair, and then Kim like took a seat for a second, but then she got up and was like, "All right," and she just like chased Courtney down this hallway and like straight up like punched her, like I don't know, like okay, I'm gonna try to find this clip and screen share it.
I'm dead.
Okay, hold on. But no guys, what are like some, while I try to find this clip, what are some like memorable scenes from the Kardashians that kind of just stick out your head or stick out in your mind? Like whether that's a meme or like a full episode that you've watched. Mine is definitely that fight.
Kareem, you want to go first?
No, go ahead. I don't watch this show like that.
You've never watched the episode?
I've never watched the episode. Like the only time it's been on, like it's been on when like I'm cleaning up or something. Somebody in the house is watching it, but I've never watched a Kardashian episode.
Wow, uncultured. Well, now's the time to stream it. You gotta watch all of it, Kareem.
You said I gotta watch all of it?
Yeah, because now it's gonna be gone forever.
Yeah.
It probably won't. It probably won't.
It's gonna be streaming somewhere. Like
Yeah, they gotta still make their coin, you know.
it's whoever gets that on their like streaming platform. I know that they're probably gonna pay like a lot of money, like the Office money to like get it on their platform. I feel like Netflix is gonna get it for some reason.
Well, doesn't Hulu have it right now?
Do they really?
I think so. And you know what I just found out the other day is that Hulu is actually owned by ABC. So technically, the Kardashians are Disney characters.
Oh.
This is true.
It's Disney Channel.
This is true.
Okay, but I found this thing. So we're gonna try to screen share and see if this will work. Okay. Oh shit. I gotta do all this fancy stuff on my computer. Hold up. But Sydney, what's your favorite? I'll figure this out.
My favorite scene. I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but I actually have a couple I feel like memorable, parts from the show. But definitely, I lost my earrings in the ocean. I lost my diamond earrings. And then I forgot, I think it was Chloe was like, or it might have been, I think it was probably Courtney. I don't know why Courtney and Kim have beef. But she was like, there's kids dying in Africa, Kim. So I feel like that's definitely one that sticks out.
Okay, do you have
here
my
we go.
screen?
Yes.
Okay. Notice the title. Very informative. Like they're straight up like brawling. And even Chloe's like, my daughter is sleeping on the bed, like 5 feet from them. Got me. Like,
Never! Stop it! Stick your nails in me, you guys! Stop! Courtney!
ooh.
Courtney! You guys, stop it!
I love
Don't
these
do
guys.
it to each other!
But yeah, that's the fight. That shit was crazy. That was like a straight up like WWE episode.
And I'm not really one to egg on fights of family, but I would have probably instigated a little bit more because it was just a little, those little taps.
The taps.
The taps.
Well, my thing is that she was saying like, oh, don't dig your nails in me. But as someone who has had like those fake nails, like the acrylic nails, like it kind of hurts to like use them. So I'm just surprised that like they even like use their nails in fights. But I guess when you have like so few weapons, you have to like kind of be resourceful. But yeah, no. My favorite part was her getting kneed by Kim's like leather pants, which like leather pants is not that flexible. So Kim really had to like work her core muscles to get that leg up.
Mhm.
But
Jeez. They really don't like each other. That's
it was sad. But
that because they fight in front of cameras. You know that there's some tension if you fight in front of cameras.
oh yeah. Or either that or they're just like so comfortable around cameras they don't mind like being like problematic. Yeah.
Yeah, 13 years
I know.
around cameras.
Yeah.
That's
God. And like Courtney apparently like Courtney and Kim like haven't really spoken since. I don't know
wow.
if it's still true, but like I remember in May, like because this fight happened like beginning of April, I think. And in May, Courtney like came out and was like, "Oh yeah, like me and Kim are not on speaking terms," which like things could be different now, but I don't know for sure.
That's siblings. That's our siblings.
And Courtney like quit the show too, so I'm sure like Kim being like, "Oh well, Keeping Up with Kardashians is coming to an end." Courtney's like, "Well, what the fuck? Like, what's the point of quitting if everybody quit?"
maybe that's the reason.
Maybe I don't
Maybe
know.
she did to spite her.
That's tea. That's piping.
That's
But yeah, I mean, Kardashians suck. But is there anything else that happened that was interesting this week? I can't remember.
Mizzou getting dragged in the timeline
Oh,
every day. Every day.
this is ridiculous, guys. Like,
They not feeding those kids. It's sad.
no, and like the way the RAs are being treated too, and even just like res life staff, like they're literally just sending students as like the front line against COVID, which like none of these kids are med school people. So come on now. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Let me scroll to my Twitter. Oh, did you guys see? I don't know if y'all are super into science fiction, but did y'all see the Dune trailer with Zendaya and Timothy Chalamet?
I saw it was like the trailer's coming tomorrow. I didn't see the actual one, but I saw the trailer for the trailer.
You guys
Jeez.
should watch it. It's gonna be so good, guys. Like I actually have the book like right behind me, like the old ass book. Like it's pretty thick, but
Jeez.
the movie is gonna be so good. It's got Oscar Isaac. It's got Zendaya. It's got Jason Momoa. Oh my god, it's gonna be great.
Wow. That sounds like an all-star cast.
Yeah, and basically this book is like um I don't know if it came before Star Wars, but it was one of the first like book to um it was the first like sci-fi movie to get really big as like a franchise that started as a book. That was like a very roundabout way of explaining it, but hopefully that made sense.
But
But
I go into space.
yeah, like the concept is that like Earth is like dying, and so like humans like start creating governments on like other planets. And there's like this drug that you find on one planet, which is the planet called Dune, and it gives you like the ability to like see the future and like um what else like read people's thoughts and have like telekinetic abilities and hold space too, which is crazy because I don't know if y'all I forget what movie they explain it in, but basically like folding space is like this idea in science fiction where like you can travel from point A to point B by like folding the distance in half.
Oh,
So you don't have to move. Like the distance around you just like folds on itself. It's crazy. But that's what this book is about, and it's gonna be wild.
that sounds like a dope movie.
Yeah, it's basically like because this movie they made a movie about this in like the early '90s. And it was pretty cool, but it was very like old effects and looks very like dated now. But it's basically like the technology that this book like used has finally like caught up with the book, if that makes sense. So it's really cool to see it in like 2020. But it's also still scheduled to be released in theaters, which at this point I don't know what to say because I'm like, look guys, we're probably not gonna be safe to go to theaters in December. And I'm like so excited for this movie, but if they're only gonna release it in theaters, then I guess I'm not gonna see it.
Yeah, no, I think Tenet was released in theaters too.
That's not doing well in the box office because nobody's going.
Yeah, I mean, you should have released it on Netflix or something. Like,
But that's the thing too is that Mulan's not doing well either because they're boycotting it. Which
oh wait, why are they boycotting it?
oh girl, okay, more rants with Rachel. So basically, okay, this is like a very it's gonna be a long story, but so there's this like ethnic group in China called the Uyghurs, and they're basically like Chinese Muslims, and they're being kept in concentration camps in Zhejiang, China, which is like a northern province. And basically, they're just being forced to do lots of labor and whatnot. So, like, the NBA gets merchandise from them, Nike gets shoes from them, like, a lot of really big fashion labels get work from them. And it's just like really inhumane. And so, the actress who plays Mulan right after she was publicly announced to be like casted as Mulan, she tweeted about the situation going on in Hong Kong with the democracy protests, and she was in support of the police, which they, as is happening in America, were being very violent towards protesters. And she was like, "Oh," she basically was like, "Blue Lives Matter," and that's kind of a whole thing. But so then at the credits in Mulan, after the movie was over, the Disney or whatever basically thanked the province of China that's keeping all the Uyghurs in the concentration camps at like the end of because like at the end of the movies, they're like, oh, thanks to the city of Georgia for letting us film, or the city of Atlanta. They basically were like, thank you for giving us all your Uyghurs for labor. And they publicly thanked like the government of that province that was holding all the Uyghurs hostage. So people are boycotting it because basically that it's like that's just proof that they used like forced labor of Muslim people who are being held against their will to make this movie. So it's like a whole thing, but it's kind of messed up. Like once you get into it, and the more you learn about it, the more you're just like, wow, like people really suck, especially the big capitalists.
Jeez.
Yeah, not to get deep, but it's pretty deep. But yeah, just to lighten things up, I guess we could talk about shit. What's something funny that happened this week? Well, sports is back.
You said what?
Sports is back. I don't know if we care about sports on this podcast.
Sports. No, I was watching the Clipper game earlier, so I do care about sports.
I don't know how in tune you guys are with football. I'm not super in tune with it, but I watched the Buccaneers game, and it was like their debut with Tom Brady as their quarterback, and they lost so bad. They lost like 14-30 or whatever. And this man was like in charge of a dynasty in football. I don't know how many freaking championships he had as a Patriot, but as a Buccaneer, he's not doing great. So,
Man, yeah, I'm not a huge football person.
yeah. But how was the Clippers game?
It it feels like being a Bulls fan sometimes. Well, when I was not saying I'm not a Bulls fan, but like I don't keep up with them anymore. I messed with the team, you know, way back when they had Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, oh my God, what's his name? It's the African dude, I forgot his name. But Jimmy Butler on that squad. But now I can't name a player. I can't even tell you who the head coach is for the Bulls now. Clippers though, Doc Rivers though, they got Kawhi, they got Paul George, Patrick Beverly. I think Joakim Noah's on this team too, but I haven't seen him play a lot. He got some like a 1-year contract or something like that. But basically they went into this second series, right? They went to the game I think 2 days ago. They were up 3-1 in the series. Why after today's game the series is tied 3-3 and they have to go into a game 7? I'm like, you got the ball is literally in your court, like literally.
Dang.
Yikes.
And I know I'm being dramatic about it, but it's because, you know, I'm watching the game. I'm like, man, I knew within the first like 20 seconds, I'm like, they're gonna lose because they were being so careless with the ball. One guy literally, I think Patrick Beverly, like, literally threw the ball out of bounds at one point.
Oh gosh.
I was like, wow, all right, true.
Yeah.
But
My favorite part of the sports is all the I don't know if they do this with basketball anymore, but they do this with football, and they're trying it out, and it's not great. But they like have like the pre-recorded like crowd noises, and you just hear people like screaming things, and you're just like, that person is not real. Like, why are you? Like, I remember somebody, like, I was watching the Buccaneers game, and somebody was like, "Let's go Brady," and I'm like, who did you pay to say that? Like, you know, either they paid somebody, they paid a bunch of people to make like crowd noises, or they took like footage from like a Patriots game or something. I don't know, but it's really tripping me up. Like every time I watch it, I'm like, who is making these noises? Because then they pan to the like crowd seats and you see they're like completely empty. I'm like, why are there these noises? Like, what is happening? But
plot twist, Tom Brady recorded it himself.
it's Tom Brady. Like, just posse on Zoom. They're just like, whoa! But on the other side of the spectrum, like earlier this year, I watched a UFC fight where nobody was there. And it was like creepy how quiet it was, because you could just hear like how hard they were hitting each other. And it was just like kind of disturbing. And it was really funny because one of the coaches was like yelling instructions at the fighter, and the fighter did like the opposite of what he wanted him to do, and he was like, that works. And you could hear it like
Not that one.
It works.
that works. Just dying because it was like he was the only guy in the room, and he was just like, that works. And how the poor other guy must feel when he's just getting like the shit beat out of him, and you just hear like, I imagine it's one thing to have like people like hearing and like screaming around you, because it just like it kind of like becomes like one noise, so it's easier to tune out. But somebody being like, yeah, hit him in the eye, like, don't hit me in the eye. And somebody being like, just go for it, just kick his ass, and you're just like, oh no, I'm in trouble.
No, that's like something that happens like in an alleyway, like it's just you and one other person just fighting, and like nothing else.
Feels like you're getting murdered. Straight up. But yeah, that's it. That was my segue into sports. I don't know anything about sports. I just watch it for the hype. I think it's very dramatic sometimes. I live for dramatic sports. I wish sports was more dramatic sometimes. Like
more dramatic music.
Yeah, or even just like more, like, I started watching hockey. I only really watched hockey when like the Blues were in the Stanley Cup, if that's what it's called, because like a lot of my friends are Blues fans. But like the fights that break out in hockey, I was like, yes, every time. And I found out on Twitter like sometime after that when a fight does break out, like they put each player involved in the fight in like a penalty box, and the other players, in order to not also get penalties, like a player from each team has to grab one person from the other team, so they're just like hugging on the side. It's kind of cute. I'm just like, oh, they're giving each other little hugs, but really they're just following the rules. But in my mind, I'm like, little hugs.
For sure.
But yeah.
Kareem, you're a dude. Do you like sports?
Yeah, I love sports. No.
That was really convincing.
My only input on all of it, sports is very weird right now. Live sports at that is just very weird right now with the crowd being the way it is with the screens and everything. It's just that's all I have to say on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I want to know, like, where you sign up to be one of the little Zoom characters in the NBA.
Low key. I feel like you have to pay for it.
Probably. But I want to know,
We'll look it up.
like, is it more than a real ticket or is it less? I bet you it's probably like the same amount, but at the same time, like, why would you pay? Well, number one, why would you pay that much to just zoom into like a NBA game? Like, why wouldn't they just like open that up for everybody? Like, wouldn't they get more traffic? And B, can you see the game? Like, do you just pay to be on TV as like a CGI like crowd member? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if that's worth it.
It's through Microsoft Teams, it looks like.
Um,
And you have to like, they invite, yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. It's like 300, they're inviting 320 fans per game. And it's like sometimes people will like, they'll be like, ugh, but it'll like freeze because it's Zoom, obviously.
yeah.
And it's like, now you just look goofy. So
That's weird. I just like, I don't know. In my head, I was feeling like it was like a Zoom meeting, but like the other person on the Zoom meeting was like playing a full ass basketball game. And for some reason, I thought it was like that, where they just zoomed you in and they just like pointed your camera at the thing and they took your footage later and like edited it in. But now I realize that that's like super impractical. But in my head, I was like, they bought tickets to this game and the people are like, well, we could just Zoom with them. But nope. I don't
Yeah.
know why I thought that, but either way, the like 3G, like CGI crowd members are both terrifying and awesome, and I would love to be one.
yeah.
I wonder, like, what are the rules? Like, what do they tell you not to do?
Yeah,
Do it. How much trouble would you get into? Like,
yeah,
They're like, please keep your clothes on the whole time.
yeah. But my thing is that if they kick you out, like, wouldn't you just be able to like make up a new name and like give them a different email and just put on like a fake mustache and be like, it's not, that wasn't me.
someone, one game, Lil Wayne was in attendance, and like they caught him like smoking on his camera, and like he like went away and smoked.
No.
It just had a little smoke coming up.
Oh, poor Lil Wayne. Oh,
Yeah, man.
Dead.
He's not like kicked out or anything.
yeah, shoot. What about y'all been seeing like all these artists are like doing Instagram lives with each other?
I haven't seen a lot of that since Tory Lanez. We don't talk about him. But no, he definitely like, wow. Season 1 of Quarantine, Tory Lanez, he was running quarantine for a minute. Like, he really was.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
That's crazy.
Did you see he came out with like a statement about it where he was like, I got too drunk. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I get pretty drunk sometimes too, and I still haven't shot anyone ever.
Exactly. Like, plus when you're drunk, you know what's going on. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not fucked up.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it'd be one thing if it was like an accident, but then Megan was like straight up. Megan was straight up like, "Yeah, you shot me. Like, you weren't being nice about it. Like, you weren't too drunk. Like, you just straight up like hurt me," which I don't even understand the logic.
And plus, wasn't he driving?
Yeah, he was. I don't.
So then he just admitted to drunk driving as well. Like he did not help himself by saying that.
Yeah, and the thing that just breaks my heart the most is that like Megan didn't snitch on him because she knew what was going on in the country at the time with police, and he still like his whole team was just trying to drag her name through the mud. Just breaks my heart.
Yeah, mad respect for Meg with that one.
Yeah,
She makes him
deserves
look.
better. But yeah,
You said what?
I said she deserves better, way better.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Anything else?
Not I can think of no.
All right. I think we're gonna wrap the show there. Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of the barbecue. Do we want to do socials?
Ah, yes. Okay. Okay, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Noel Walton _.
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really, really hungry. I'm so hungry. I need to make myself some food.
Girl.
Okay.
So,
Um,
you can find me on social media. Find me on Instagram at Sir Kareem. You can find me on Twitter at Sorry Kareem because I'm very sorry that Sydney didn't eat yet.
and also that guy stole your handle.
Right. And yeah, until that guy gives up the freaking handle. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My handles are all Rachel.Lucky, because I'm still trying to look for a job. Wish me luck. But yeah, cool. See you next week. Goodbye.
Bye guys.